This September 12th, SON Estrella Galicia are back in London with their micro festival at Hackney's Paper Dress Vintage. With live music, beer culture, street food and workshops, SON Estrella Galicia is the musical arm of the family-owned independent Estrella Galicia beer brand, which has been creating unforgettable music experiences since 2009. The September the 12th event will be headlined by Coach Party with support from the New Eves, as well as yet-to-be-announced DJ sets and local music selectors. There'll be a clothing repair workshop to customise your repaired clothes, a local food vendor serving 0 kilometre food with veggie and vegan options, a Soundcrafters interactive workshop, and a beer pouring workshop. Alongside the London event, there'll be a series of new micro-festivals in Madrid, A Coruña, Barcelona later in 2024, and Berlin and Granada in 2025, reflecting a truly global approach from SON Estrella Galicia. So if you're in London, September the 12th, swing by Hackney's Paper Dress Vintage for SON Estrella Galicia. Tickets are available now via Dice. As an independent music podcast, 101 Part-Time Jobs highly recommends DistroKid as the best solution to putting out your own music online. You can join 1 million other artists from all across the world putting out their own music on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and everywhere else across the DSPs where people are listening to your music. My dream as a kid was to run a small little label, and now with DistroKid, getting music out online is the easiest it ever has been, making 100% of your own royalties while paying a small annual fee. And that fee's even smaller as a 101 Part-Time Jobs listener. Head to distrokid.com/VIP/101pod to get 30% off your first year putting out your own music on DistroKid. Getting your own music out into the world has never been easier. Head to distrokid.com/VIP/101pod to get the best deal you can.
Sergeant and Mrs. Smith, you're going to love this house.
Is that a tub in the kitchen?
There's no field manual for finding the right home. But when you do, USAA Homeowners Insurance can help protect it the right way. Restrictions apply.
Ah yes, the magnificent Trolley Sour Bright Crawler, also known as Trollicus brightolus. The worm's captivating neon colour makes it an easy gummy prey.
Trolley!
It's a surprisingly sour, invitingly chewy, staggeringly snackable species unlike anything else found on this planet.
Eat me!
Delicious. Visit Trolley.com to shop now.
Trolley, eat me!
I'm 100, now I'm part-time jobs. I'm 100, now I'm part-time jobs. I've been working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 101, 101.
You used to call me baby, come over. Now I'm the worst person alive.
101 Part-Time Jobs. We were at Reading over the weekend and we caught up with who we think were the most exciting and interesting bands and artists. Not gonna lie, would have loved to have spoken to Fontaines, would have loved to have spoken to Jack Antonoff of Bleachers and The Last Dinner Party, but we did pretty well cleaning up. We spoke to Military Gun, Spiritual Cramp, Wonder Horse, Big Special and Courting, Kneecap and Denzel Curry. And on today's episode, we got G-Flip and Bad Nerves. We've already put out the Kneecap, Denzel, Wonder Horse, Big Special and Courting episodes, so you can find those from earlier today and yesterday. Tomorrow, we got Military Gun and Spiritual Cramp, but this is Australia's G-Flip. Last year released Drummer and followed it up with an EP, Drumless, playing 2 nights at the O2 Shepherd's Bush Empire, as well as a UK tour next week. So go see it if you're around. Hey, it was so great to talk about or hear you talk about drumming.
Yeah.
And not necessarily like having that role model or waiting for that person to come along where you're like, yeah, that's a fucking sick drummer.
Yeah.
And then you're like, no, okay, I'm going to be that person.
Yeah. I feel like growing up, I didn't see that many singing drummers, and there's definitely been a few singing drummers like Phil Collins and Karen Carpenter and Sheila E., but I never saw like a pop star, like solo artist kind of drummer, singer that looked anything like me. So
I got a recommendation for you, Self-Esteem.
Self-Esteem.
If you haven't heard of her.
Band or solo
British artist.
Oh, cool.
She has like a full band and live. They got singers and dancers. She plays drums.
Really?
And it's fucking, it's ripping.
That's awesome.
Hey, when you come to the UK, what's the first thing you want to do when you land?
Eat Galaxy chocolate.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
That's
I literally,
the one.
my first night, I was jet lagged as fuck, so tired, and I'm just like eating a Galaxy bar in bed. Just nom 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 nom. Yeah, I fuck with it. It's so good.
Hey, you've been touring so much.
I have.
Has it been all right? How are you feeling today?
No, I'm so excited. Not next week, but the week after, I've got a UK tour.
Yeah.
And we're going to be in a cheeky bus, and your buses over here are double-decker buses.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is heaps.
Not red
of fun.
ones, but the...
Not red. They're like white or black or whatever.
Yeah.
But London, I'm playing O2 Shepherd's Bush.
Damn, that's
2
it.
nights.
Legendary venue.
Yeah, it's going to be cute. I love playing shows over here. Everyone's so rowdy.
Yeah.
UK's rowdy.
People's fun. And I think we appreciate Australians.
People get up and about.
There's a lot of Australians in London. I think that
there
comes
fucking
out.
is.
Yeah.
And a lot of New Zealand people. A lot of you go get your coffee here. A lot of them are Aussies that are making the coffee.
Yeah, that's
I've
funny.
noticed.
I feel like there is 101 Part-Time Jobs is the name of the show.
Love it.
I feel like there's there's an undercurrent of people working these kind of service jobs, and so many people are great musicians or creatives or artists.
Yeah.
I feel like as a fan, it's a case of like opening up and listening to what's out there, and I think there's a lot of joy in that.
Yeah, for sure. You know, there's so many talented people in the world. And I feel like we all started off doing side hustles or still do side hustles to this day.
Yeah.
I used to hand out pamphlets out the front of concerts to advertise other concerts.
Yeah.
And I used to DJ and like work in a drum shop and teach drums to kids and shit.
Yeah,
so
I bet that was rewarding, teaching drums to kids.
I loved it. I think if I wasn't doing this and my career didn't work out, I'd still be a teacher because kids are just fucking cool and we just get each other.
And you're in the business of people.
Yeah.
Right?
And I just like little kids' minds are funny as.
They say things that are...
They say the funniest shit. Like,
profound.
I'd be teaching a little boy and he'll be like, I just can't concentrate. I need to do a poo. And I'd just be like, all right,
You're like
mate,
me too, man.
you can go to the toilet, bro. It's all good. Like, shit like that. It was so joyful teaching. But
Has it been a bit of a trip becoming like a full-time artist and like working that out?
I think one of the things that kind of surprised me the most is how much time you don't spend being a musician. Like
Playing your instrument.
Yeah, you spend all this time, like I was just producing and writing music and drumming and playing music every day and writing every single fucking day on my laptop all night producing. And then you make it and then like you've got to do so many like press stuff and like signings and like interviews and like I don't know, campaigns and events.
They don't train you for that stuff.
Yeah, it's like you end up not having enough time to play as much music as you want.
Yeah.
And it's, for me, like, it's hard to just bring a drum kit everywhere. You know what I mean? You can on the tour bus whack out a guitar, but like setting up a fucking full drum kit is a little bit fucking annoying if I did that, hey.
There's a lot that goes into playing drums.
There is.
What advice, and I feel like this is a bit of a cliche question, but I think it's always worth thinking about the kids of tomorrow and the future. What advice do you give young drummers that are starting out?
What advice do I give young drummers? Spend as much time doing like kit playing as like your prac, like your rudiments and like playing on a practice pad.
Paradiddles and shit.
Yeah, paradiddles and doubles and shit. And if you're wanting to be a singer-drummer, learn how to just play rock beats on repeat and then chat to people, because you got to separate your talking to your body. So you got to put your body on autopilot, and then that's what my teacher used to do, like just chat to me.
Wait, so you're playing a big rock beat while
having
like,
a conversation.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
How's your eggs?
Yeah, literally. Like, what did you have for breakfast this morning? Like, how you feeling today? What class do you have
fun.
next? Yeah, and you have to try just separate your body and your brain to sing and drum, because normally when I play drums and sing, my body's on autopilot. I'm just trying to get the fucking lyrics right. That's all I'm thinking about. Don't fuck it up.
Hey, one of your jobs has been with your wife, and being in Selling Sunsets.
Yes.
How's that been?
I don't know if I'd call that a job.
But you're in there. You're in the mix.
I'm in there to support my beautiful wife. Look, to be honest, it's a fucking weird experience. Filming a reality TV show is weird because they're like, you know, they set all the cameras up and all this really good lighting, and then they'll be like, just walk into the house and act normal, and then I'm like, fuck. What does normal? How does normal?
What do you do with your hands?
Yeah, how do I walk? Like, fuck. And then in my head, I'm like, I don't even fucking remember how to walk now. Like, so it is like, I find it so awkward.
But you've taken to it.
Yeah, like everyone on that show, they're so pro at just like doing things and being not fazed by all. Like, it's weird having like 20 people watching you.
For sure.
Me and my wife making out in the kitchen, like 20 people just having a watch of us. It's weird.
Is it carrying on?
Yeah, there's the next season comes out next week.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, next week. I'm pretty sure next week on this. I think it's the 6th September.
Yeah. What are your favorite TV shows? Stuff that you like nuzzle into.
My favorite TV shows. Look, I love Pixar movies. I love Cars.
Nice. Yeah.
I went to Disneyland the other day. Went to Carsland. But shows, I really liked Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Just the synths.
It's a classic.
The 80s synths all used in it was cool.
Pretty wild what it's done for music as well, like running up that hill and the way that just pulled out to a generation of younger people is sick.
Fucking wild. And then I don't actually watch too much TV. I just like, if my wife is watching something, I like to just be close to her so I kind of watch as well.
Yeah.
If we're on the couch, I just put my head on Cushelle or
And you get a spot, don't you?
Get her in here, nuzzle in. God, it's cute.
Fuck yeah. Hey, G-Flip, 101 part-time jobs. Yeah, do you like the branding?
Fucking love this.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
self-made,
awesome.
self-produced. It's my business, man.
Fuck, this is good. Squishy.
I got some quick-fire questions.
Hit me.
You don't have to answer all of them if you don't want to.
Okay.
But part-time jobs in the workplace. Have you ever fallen asleep on the job?
Yes.
Do tell.
This one time I was really, really hungover at my drum shop, and towards the end of my drum shop's life that I worked at, we weren't getting much business because everyone was buying online, and I just put the close sign back in 5 minutes and had a little kip up the back.
Hell yeah, like a
I might have
professional.
said 10 minutes or 15 minutes actually. And then, but no one, it was sad, retail and musical instruments kind of went downhill once everyone started buying online and overseas. So no one was coming by anyway.
Ever been fired?
I have never been fired, no.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good trick.
Never been fired.
Ever lied on your CV?
Never lied on my CV.
Ever stolen anything from work?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I've stolen stuff. What have I stolen? Well, I remember when high school finished, I stole all the percussion instruments.
From high school?
Yeah, I took all the tambourines, all the bongos, clave sticks, guiros. Like, I just raided the percussion drawer and took everything. I told my teacher, though, and he was like, it was all good. So, yeah.
Ever had a relationship with someone from work?
You don't
have to answer this one.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that's good going.
I've worked with people who, I've dated people who kind of work in similar industries, but never met them on the job. Yeah.
How do you deal with someone if they're mean to you at work? If they're a bit of a bully?
Oh, fuck.
Toxic's the word these days, isn't it? But it's been happening forever. How would you deal with that in that kind of scenario?
I'd probably confront them and say, what the hell, mate? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Don't be a dickhead.
Yeah.
Let's just be chill with each other and respect each other. We both have a job to do. Don't be a cunt.
If I think about doing that, I can already feel my lip quiver. You know, when you get nervous chatting to someone, you're
Yeah, no, I'd be like, bro, what the fuck's up? And then if it's really bad, then just fucking message HR.
Yeah. But HR are always on the side of the company. They're never on the little guy's side. No.
Yeah, well, if someone's been an absolute asshole, maybe I'll have a word to them and figure it out.
That's good. Hey, G-Flip, good to chat.
Lovely
Legend.
to chat, mate.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you, and I love you.
Now we've got two of Bad Nerves, Essex's lightning fast punk rock band. I really enjoyed the part of this episode where they talk about being authentic and maybe kind of making some mistakes along the way to get there. So have a listen to this. Let me know what you think. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. Follow 101 Part-Time Jobs. This is Bad Nerves. Just released their ripping new record, Still Nervous. About to go on tour all across your North America, your Europe, your UK. So go see them if you can. Okay, here with Bobby and John.
Hello.
Bad Nerves.
Hello. We're here.
You've been playing a lot of shows, a lot of touring, a lot of support tours.
Yeah. 75 shows between now and Christmas.
Between now and Christmas?
Yeah, that's about 2.5 months worth, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you have August.
In a way, supporting bands, usually the bands you're supporting are fucking rad and the venues are of a pretty decent size. You have the fun job of like trying to get people amped up.
Yeah. Is that the fun job?
Sometimes that's the fun job. Sometimes it's the not so fun job.
Has it gone wrong?
Well, sometimes people are, you can tell they're checking their phones.
Yeah.
Playing a bit of Snake.
You have like a front row that kind of hate you sometimes.
The front row and they're
waiting for you to leave.
Waiting for you to end.
Speaking of anxiety and wanting to impress people, I guess it's a funny thing being in a band, right? Because you're doing it for yourself, you're also doing it for other people.
Doing it for ourselves mainly.
Just ourselves, yeah.
I think it's mostly doing it for ourselves, but it is nice when other people like it. So I think when you're doing a second record, there is that element of you doing it for ourselves and for the people who liked. But generally, I think you're doing it for yourself because it's fun, you know? But and if people like it, then sweet.
101 part-time jobs. We spoke before, and like everyone playing in bands has different jobs because music don't pay.
No, it does not.
I suppose the other side of the other side,
10 years deep, still doesn't pay.
Do you
be
feel
in
like,
a band.
Have you got more like smart and like nifty and crafty with the way that you spend money and make money?
We learned to steal a little bit better.
We stole a load of stuff on tour for a while. We stopped that now though.
We tallied that up and we actually saved a fortune.
Yeah, about 550 quid. Brilliant.
That's smart.
Next question.
Here we go. Have you ever been fired from a job?
Have I been fired from a job?
Yeah, you definitely did. I think we've all been fired from our jobs now.
Yeah, I mean, I've
started doing this band.
Yeah, I don't know if I've been fired. I've quit a couple.
Slowly let go.
Yeah, I mean, I quit a shoe shop. I quit a coffee shop.
Shoe shop. How was that?
Shoe shop was horrible.
Yes, they're not very friendly. The smell of it is that gets in your head, doesn't it?
It's just all loads of new shoes that I can't afford.
Timberlands.
And that was 10 years ago. Still can't afford them. Uggs. That's what I want.
Just one. You can only afford one.
Yeah,
shirt.
one Ugg.
Have you ever fallen asleep on the toilet at work?
Oh, bloody hell. Work.
That's kind of uncomfortable.
What do you mean by work?
Well, in the place of work, if in the shoe shop, in the
portaloo out the back of the stage.
Yeah,
that's true. So it feels like work. Band, I guess it is, right?
People say it feels like work, but it's not work.
It's not work compared to like work, is it?
Yeah.
You sometimes be like, a bit tired, but it's great, really.
Getting on stage for an hour with a guitar is pretty easy compared to a lot of people's actual hard jobs.
Yeah, I mean, it's brilliant.
And it's hard and fast. The set's over quite quickly.
No, it's not.
Is it not? How long are you playing for?
No, it is over quite quickly. we did 40 minutes today. It was about 30.
Shattered.
Yeah, knackered. Yeah. When we have to do an hour, we struggle because the songs are.
Play every song that you got.
Yeah, and it's still not an hour. I'm having to talk between songs quite a lot, which is terrifying.
Yeah. How do you find that? Do you feel like that's like a responsibility that you have to grasp with both hands?
Yeah, because you don't really want to fuck up and say anything stupid, you know. But we're getting better at it, aren't we? I think.
You get all that out in the van.
Yeah, get all that out in the van. And then try to just
verbal
diarrhea all the whole way there. But it is a responsibility though. You don't want to. It's more scary talking in between a song than it is playing a song, I find. But
I get it because you practice songs so many times.
Yeah, you don't.
And you're in it together.
You don't really practice trying to pretend to be a cool rock star very much until you're on stage.
You are a cool rock star.
Thank you, John.
Are there particular songs on the new record, that you're like, oh, this is sort of after a few months or like coming up a year, it's like, oh, this song's different to how I thought it was. Like you played it enough times that it's changed.
Well,
and it feels different.
I'm trying to think what. Well, we played a song today called Television, which we've never played before. I'm interested to see, like, it's weird, like playing in the dressing room, in the rehearsal room.
Yeah.
And it felt like, okay, and then you play it live, and you're like,
Trying out at Reading was terrible.
You feel like you're sort of deer in headlights a bit, you know.
Part of the fun feels like. When you think about like my favorite records is like some of the stuff that feels like it's going to fall off.
Yeah, well, we like
any moment.
We like it. We like there to be an element of things feeling like they might fall apart. You've got to have a bit of anxiety when you're playing, otherwise it's just if you're too comfortable, You know what I mean?
How does that work when you're like writing a tune and you want it to have that element, so you don't want to overdo it?
I always try to make sure the bass lines are as hard as possible.
You're a good bass player.
A good bass player. That's insulting, isn't it?
It's good.
Not excellent.
You're an average bass
Not
player.
brilliant,
How
yeah.
does it feel?
You're good. You're good. Good. You're okay. Good is like okay, isn't it?
Yeah. 7 out of 10.
Yeah. Fuck you.
It's not me, it's what other people have. It's what my producer told me.
That's what everyone else has been saying.
75 shows between now and Christmas.
Yes.
Where are you most looking forward to playing? Any
America.
towns?
America. New York is always fucking great. We played a couple
Eat
of
well,
great shows.
drink well.
It's impossible to eat well in America.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what I mean.
The only healthy food you find on the road in America is bananas. It's the only thing.
Twinkies are a vegetable in America.
It's the only thing they have in service stations. Is
The free pour at bars always gets me. If you get a G&T, it's like half of it's gin.
Is it?
Yeah, they do the free pour.
We don't really drink on tour, do we?
Yeah, we don't
Isn't that
drink.
dull?
Smart.
We eat bananas.
Yeah, they have sparkling water.
Sparkling
I
water.
suppose you got to play fast, don't you?
We're obsessed with sparkling water.
Yeah, sparkling water,
The
bananas.
guys are drinking sparkling water like it's not like there's no tomorrow.
You want to get that Liquid Death
The other day,
sponsorship.
and the guy was like, I saw a punk band having sparkling waters and warming up backstage doing stretches. He was like, the world has changed.
2024, baby.
I was actually watching George warm up before the gig today, and I thought,
You'd never think that's a punk band, would you?
I thought to
Who's this
myself,
guy?
we got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Warming up. Fuck.
Do you know there are some bands though that make warming up look cool?
No, there aren't.
We're not one of them.
Justin Hawkins makes warming up look cool.
Oh yeah,
He's in shape, though,
yeah.
isn't he?
And you've been doing videos with him, Bobby.
I helped him with a few of his podcast stuff. Yeah, he's a legend.
It's fun.
He's a total legend.
And
Very
he's the
good
kind
egg.
of thing, and like we're doing this podcast and we know it's like media in some kind of way. Watching his show is like, okay, you know, the print journalism is gone or whatever, you know, music print journalism, but what he's doing, that gives you a bit of hope, doesn't it?
No, man, he's one of the last like proper showman of that era. Same with Pele from Hives. When you watch them guys play, and
Makes you want to quit, doesn't it?
yeah, made me want to quit. But no, they're just like there's a bit of a dying art. Those kind of frontmen, the showman thing that they got. Like it makes you realise how much other bands could do with that kind of level of showmanship. It really adds to it, doesn't it?
There's no ego when they get off stage, you know. Like on stage, you think, oh, you know, these guys are full of themselves, but when they get off stage, they're like the nicest people.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
So it's quite inspiring.
Some of the best bands
we
we've played with.
aspire to be nice.
I often think that it can be hard for bands to, when there's so much social media and even stuff like this going on, that how could you be the most authentic band you can be when there's so much else going on apart from the music?
Well, I think that's actually the nail on the head there. We've found over the years that the best thing to do in a band is to try and be your authentic self. Like on stage as well, to an extent, you know. Like, I mean, wear your sunglasses on stage, sure, but still, you want people to be able to connect with you. You know, if you're doing like the too cool for school thing, we did it for years.
We have like a bit of like a cringe meter.
Yeah.
You know, when people strut around and like, oh yeah, I'm in a band, or like, it's like it sets the cringe meter off.
Yeah,
So you got to be real, you know.
Did you see that in yourself then?
Yeah, big time.
I mean, I strut around my house.
No, I think for a while we thought we wanted to just play, no talking on stage, and it'd be a very like, you know, mysterious fucking thing. And then after a few years, you realise that actually
Someone called you out, didn't they?
Yeah, someone called me out for it, and they were like, "This is shit," and we were like, "Whoa!" And then we're like, "Fuck, actually, you know what? They're right."
Yeah.
So we kind of, we just try to be, more authentic, like you said. I think people prefer that, and we prefer it as well. It's more fun, you know.
I think it's really cool that you can talk about it openly now.
Yeah, well, I think it's
Maybe we
important.
shouldn't have.
No.
Be cool, be mysterious. No, it's like I wish we'd realised that's when we were starting, you know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've seen a couple of bands, like one in particular, a really good band that I saw, and they were doing that same thing, and I watched them, and it ruined the fact that they were a good band because they came across like wankers, you know. And I thought, fuck, that's what we're doing. We need to stop that immediately.
I think now more than ever, with everything that's going on in the world, in America and in the East, like connection is something that we all need.
Well, that's what
for
music's
sure.
about, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
music's meant to bring people together, not like divide more.
exactly,
You know,
yeah.
so you got to be approachable. You know, like
He's
Get out of
approachable.
here.
He's approachable.
This guy, he can't do that to
that's
us.
too approachable.
Yeah, we're a cool band.
There's a line.
We have mystique.
Security.
There's mystique and wonder here. What are you doing?
Bobby and John, 101 Part-Time Jobs. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you again.
Good
See
to
you
chat.
later. Nice one. Thank you.
101 Part-Time Jobs. That wraps it for Wednesday's group of episodes. We're back tomorrow with Military Gun and with Spiritual Cramp to close it out. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed these chats, make sure you subscribe to the show, whether you're listening on Spotify or Apple. We usually put out 2 episodes every week with bands and artists that we find awesome. We'd love to have you along for it. And if you're able to leave 5 stars on Spotify or Apple, that would be massively, massively appreciated. It means we can keep on getting excellent guests. Cheers.
101 Part-Time Jobs is hosted by Giles Bidder and produced by me, Olivia Swash. This has been a Mighty Moon Media production.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. People always say it's good to unwind, but that's easier said than done. The exception, Chumba Casino. They actually make it easier done than said, or at least the same. Chumba Casino is an online social casino with hundreds of casino-style games like slots and blackjack. Play for fun. Play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Sign up now and collect your free welcome bonus at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.
This September 12th, SON Estrella Galicia are back in London with their micro festival at Hackney's Paper Dress Vintage. With live music, beer culture, street food and workshops, SON Estrella Galicia is the musical arm of the family-owned independent Estrella Galicia beer brand, which has been creating unforgettable music experiences since 2009. The September the 12th event will be headlined by Coach Party with support from the New Eves, as well as yet-to-be-announced DJ sets and local music selectors. There'll be a clothing repair workshop to customise your repaired clothes, a local food vendor serving 0 kilometre food with veggie and vegan options, a Soundcrafters interactive workshop, and a beer pouring workshop. Alongside the London event, there'll be a series of new micro-festivals in Madrid, A Coruña, Barcelona later in 2024, and Berlin and Granada in 2025, reflecting a truly global approach from SON Estrella Galicia. So if you're in London, September the 12th, swing by Hackney's Paper Dress Vintage for SON Estrella Galicia. Tickets are available now via Dice. As an independent music podcast, 101 Part-Time Jobs highly recommends DistroKid as the best solution to putting out your own music online. You can join 1 million other artists from all across the world putting out their own music on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and everywhere else across the DSPs where people are listening to your music. My dream as a kid was to run a small little label, and now with DistroKid, getting music out online is the easiest it ever has been, making 100% of your own royalties while paying a small annual fee. And that fee's even smaller as a 101 Part-Time Jobs listener. Head to distrokid.com/VIP/101pod to get 30% off your first year putting out your own music on DistroKid. Getting your own music out into the world has never been easier. Head to distrokid.com/VIP/101pod to get the best deal you can.